2. Wait, that is the worst 2 I could have possibly done. Wow. I am
One of
so...
them in the fog tries to run away
so
and runs
disappointed.
directly into us.
There we go, that's at least a little bit better.
I mean, he isn't lost in there.
Okay, so they're going to run away.
I think you lose your bearings pretty fast. If you've ever run
also
into
think
a
about the
smoke
fact
in
that they-
CSGO,
Think about the fact that they set up an ambush here, though. They're in the area they
Whoa.
know.
Okay, so one shoots at Torbrick, one shoots at Magnus. Both hit, I assume, yeah? Magnus, what's your AC?
Yeah, it's...
Typically, you have to say what you're shooting at before you roll.
Sorry, no, I was...
yeah.
Look, my deepest apologies.
working
Would you like me to
left
roll
right.
again so I don't hit you? Because
I would. This is very crits.
you were the only obvious
I'll
targets,
accept it.
and you're in front of them.
accept it.
Like, I was just rolling them because, doing that. Okay, now...
I'm hiding behind a shield.
yeah,
I should be
hits
at
me.
disadvantage.
I mean, if it was like 11,
if
19, then
you
I would
wanted
say
to
you'd probably have
get-
to call it out, because then one of them would miss. or
Agreed.
that kind
Yeah,
of
I was just doing left, right, up, down, something. Anyway, point is, behind your shield, the only reason you get disadvantage is if you took the dodge action, which is a full action, and that means that everyone gets disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Which
Very
you
good
could have
action.
done.
That you could have done, but
Because you
instead
used a bonus action.
Wait, did you? Was that? Oh
You
no,
used
no,
a
no,
bonus
no!
action for
Spare the Undying
Spare
is
the
one
Dying.
action.
Is it?
He says it.
Yeah,
It
Spare the
says right there,
Dying
one
action.
action.
It's also called Spare the Dying.
Which I
up.
find
To
hilarious.
start with.
Spare the zombies. Yeah,
Won't somebody think of the zombies?
perfect. Yeah, so no, he couldn't have taken a dodge, sadly. Yeah, so you're both hit.
Ah.
In that case, 1d8, 1d8.
Oh boy.
And they both...
Oh boy, Torbrick takes 10, you take 3, Magnus.
I'm down.
Ouch. Alright, Torbrick drops as an arrow flies out. As these guys run away, just firing arrows behind them. Torbrick drops.
The
with an arrow.
parenthesized name is now appropriate. Skull.
Perfect. Now the other guy, he's not aware the retreat's going
And
on.
my hex disappears as well.
Ah, very true. So he's going to burst out of the fog
Concentrate.
here, and we'll just give him a little thing. This is his... This guy, there we go. He bursts out of the fog because he was just
And
inside
his
of
immediate reaction...
it. Is to go and kill Torbrick. No. Is... Oh shit. Although... I'm going to do a quick roll
Wait,
to see...
so did he run past us? How did he get over there?
No, that guy's
He
been in
went
the
like
fog.
this.
He stood up from
Oh,
the
the
fog.
other... Okay, that...
And he's been in the fog forever because he was like, oh shit, get the fog. I'm going to roll a quick check to see whether he
so he
stays
just
or
hasn't been on
runs.
the tally then.
Okay. He is going to
I was
stay
confused where he
then.
came from.
Because he thinks that the fact that Torbrick and Zarmus are down, he thinks, oh, we must be winning. He can't really see. So he's going to charge forwards and strike at one of you. He's got a two-handed sword. What is
Why
this
is there a banana on
banana?
the street? It's the trap, obviously.
It's the goblin
Hey,
trap.
look, a banana!
Okay,
Careful
I'm
not
going
to
to roll a
slip.
1d3 to see who he hits. Left to
Well,
right.
it's like one of those ooh, a piece of candy things, you know?
Okay.
Follow the trap.
Ryuju, you're going to get struck. So he charges forwards. Wow, he whiffs with his great sword.
Oh, wow.
You're perfectly okay.
That's a pretty penny.
Ouch. What is that? What is that purple thing? I'm going to question this real quick.
I mean, that bit at the bottom is quite clearly a dick.
It's
It looks like a whale cock.
That's just that's
Is
no.
that,
like
is
a-
that sugar or grip? I can't tell.
Or is that someone trying to draw a pig with that as the nose?
Right,
That was like
perfect.
a
Let's
whale.
just clean up all that.
I don't know.
All right, so we're back to Darmud. Your turn.
Yeah,
What happened to me now?
Okay.
I like how that horse is
He
standing
missed.
He
sideways.
The lying on his side is dead.
Unless your AC was 8.
He's dead? Oh my gosh.
Torbrick's been driving him too hard.
I'm going to shoot at one
Yeah.
of the retreating archers.
There's a guy with a greatsword right next to you that's just run out. You can shoot at him, or you can shoot at one of the retreating archers.
One of the archers, the guys that he's attacking, will be able to guy with the great sword.
All right, sure enough. Give me that roll. Oh my god, yeah, that's a hit. Give me that damage. Oh, give me that, give me that. Oh, so close. You strike him. Now you know this arrow. Well, hang on, no, sorry, he was already wounded. Never mind. You strike him and he cries in pain as he... Huh?
One of the archers was
Yeah.
wounded.
Was wounded, yeah, and that's why you strike him, and he drops, screaming dead, leaving only one archer retreating. Okay.
I shout at him. You can start running if you want to.
Right. It's up to Adrian now. There you go. It's Adrian.
Okay. Is this still the guy that's just come out of the fog? Yeah.
Yeah, he's to your right. He's just run out of the fog and charged your friends.
Okay. I pull over just in front of the fog, so I can't get shot by anyone on the other sides.
Perfect. Yeah, clever.
And then I take a firing shot at the guy that's just come out of the fog.
And you get your
With my
sneak
shotgun.
attack bonus. Because he's next to people.
Yes, you do. You're a rogue. You're a rouge. You're the colour of red.
You're a rogue, Harry.
You steal things, Harry. Come on, help me steal things from this stand. Come on, Harry. Alright,
Anyway,
you got the
so
roll?
shot bow.
Oh,
Oh,
one
wait, is that?
crit.
That's a
Natural
1.
one.
So it doesn't even matter if you still miss. But wow, what a whiff! The arrow just goes like sticks in the ground. Maybe Glorfingel has to dodge out of the way. As I just drew some red on him.
Twang.
Twang. Yeah, horrible miss.
Okay.
Actually, it's so bad it lands over here.
So bad it actually hits Torbrick actually and kills him. Your brave
Killed him
captain
one hit.
is
I
dead.
was going to say it flies over the fog and hits Sugar in the back.
Okay, so
Boomerang
Jordan
arrow.
and Jackal. Oh, sorry, but Jordan and Steinhall rather. This guy is going to. Yeah, he's going to drop to his knees and plead mercy. He doesn't think he can get away from you. He's like, Jesus, man. Okay, sorry. Pillow, man. My name's Steve. Please, just don't kill me. Yeah, he's that's his turn. He's dropping to his knees. He's given up.
I was about to say, yeah, just ping Magnet there. Just ping Zarmus there. I wonder what Stoneholder's going to think of that.
We'll see.
He's going to
What
think
would
of
you
this.
We'll see.
I mean, I'm alive.
Oh wait, sorry. I didn't know I was muted.
just have
I was
some-
saying when I was standing over here, did I notice that Magnet was down?
Yeah, you
The
would've done.
turn
Yeah, you
order
would've done,
disappeared
yeah.
for anyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's
Yeah.
I'm
Alright,
fine.
well,
I
then
just have
there you
some
go.
new piercings.
Well, then I'm just gonna slit his throat.
Whoa! He's gonna walk up and basically just stab him in the throat.
Yeah.
All right, sure. He gurgles and dies, begging for
God.
surrender all the way. Sugar watches this.
What weapons did he
Feels
have?
dirty. He had a longbow and a short sword.
Probably nothing of fucking value, you monstrous
Yes.
cunt.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just looking for. I'm looking for a longsword, honestly. That's what I'm looking for.
No, these guys are not carrying long swords.
So,
This guy got a great
I'll
sword.
just keep the
that's about
short sword I stole. Yeah. I'll hold on to that short
it.
sword.
Rightio.
Leave it at that.
That's the Banditos one dead. Melee.
I recommend that he loots the bodies out there.
There is one guy you can be exchanged for goods and services.
I mean, I would recommend that we question one of them, but Tobrik's
One-
down, so he can't say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was also saying a prisoner, but I can't say anything.
One guy is sprinting away currently. He's at this point like a good 100 feet away from most of you. He's just ran.
An amazing sniper
Ah, but
shot
there's
would be
this
needed
guy.
here.
No, longbows have
There's
150.
This guy, though.
And my
Oh, really?
firebolt also has 100.
150 is regular. Long
Yeah,
range
is
is
600.
600.
Longbows can go.
I mean,
for
if he's
going
going to keep shooting at us, good for him, but
he's going to miss everything. He's going to stand just on 150, shoot at you a lot, and then run
It's an
away.
English longbow.
No.
It has a plus 30 to range. It's English.
Okay, so yeah, Milad, there's a guy directly in front of you, swinging at you. He's got a smiley face. He's a bit mental. He looks like Scraven's cousin, actually, like thrice removed, perhaps.
I'm gonna cast firebolt on him
Perfect.
because I see as saving. I don't know.
Yep. Give me that roll.
is he within
dodges.
5 feet?
He is, yes. So if you have to roll for it, it's actually disadvantage, and you miss. You missed either way. Either well. So it dodges.
Who did that?
That's good. Right.
Super? Super, I think. That you can tell by the colour.
Globon,
Yeah, you can
it's
change
not
colour.
it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna scream, "Don't hurt my friends." I'm gonna pounce on the guy in front of me and bite at his neck.
Perfect.
That's
give me that.
very good.
Give me that unarmed roll then. That's amazing.
I'm not sure I've got that set up.
That's just a
Isn't
D20
it
plus your
D20 plus
strength.
strength, which is a -1.
He's also a gnome. I feel like this would have some kind of effect here.
So I think Bizzle, what at this point,
Did he just sort of jump and land on his face?
you scream.
I don't even think he made it to his shins.
I think at this point, this guy's eyebrows grow even brighter. He's getting even more.
Don't hurt my friends! Ah!
You fly past him. You strike
Hey,
the
if you wanna-
ground. And you
If I want
basically
to
land in
question
the
him, I
mud.
recommend.
And I think what happens is you roll into one of like the fake goblin traps, and you just get flung in the air, and like this sort of Chewie and Han sort of trap on end. Holy shit, those eyebrows! This Ewok
If
trap.
y'all want to have someone to question, I recommend y'all get him before I do.
Yeah, so you're now like hovering in midair in this like net trap that was shittily made by Goblin. Oh, sorry, well by him. And you're swaying above him, like trying to desperately you're like trying to grab him as you sway past him to
Guys,
grab his
stop.
neck.
I don't think I've
Right,
got any.
seriously,
I don't
guys, can we
think I've
stop
got
this
any
doing
useful
shit?
bonus actions.
Oh, so yeah, you're now hovering above him slightly, having completely missed and fallen into a little pit net trap rather.
I'm screaming angrily and writhing around as hard as I can.
Like every few seconds, you think you can almost grab him, and like you maybe grab a tuft of his hair as you fly past, and then you swing back for another go as you sort of like rotate around him.
I'm spitting on him when I get the chance as well.
Perfect. Torbrick, death save.
Yeah, that's just D20, isn't it?
Yep.
I-
You can
no, I don't have
inspiration
that
if you
skill,
want
which gives me all that cool stuff.
Can you use
Ah,
it?
no.
Oh, I guess, yeah, you can get advantage on death saving throws with inspiration, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I could, but I'll just roll it.
Wait,
It'll be fine.
Do we have any halflings, by the way? Because they could never
One,
fail a death saving throw.
They can fail. They just can't. Wow.
Well,
I
they
don't
can't
know
die.
what the fuck I did.
Two.
They,
Well,
can,
you
they
rolled
can't
a-
instantly.
You rolled a d20. No,
No,
hang
I
on.
didn't-
Sorry,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
I
you
rolled
didn't.
that.
Roll
You
a
rolled a
D20
1.
at all, you just
You
rolled a
said
1 and a
rolling
20.
1 and a 20. So roll that again.
I want to die. Roll a one.
Oh, yeah, I remember I would.
Kill me,
Rolling one.
God.
One equals one.
I stand up
Wow.
on 1 hit point.
motherfucker! Torbrick, you
I
you
I
just
wasn't lying.
rise.
At the start of my turn, I stand up. I am going to strut over to this guy, having basically done the whole, Frankenstein bit, just arms outstretched. Walk over to him, just going to look him up and down and go, "Drop your weapons, son, before I carve you into nice little bite-sized pieces to feed the fish."
How can
Give
you
me an
even say that?
intimidation roll.
Just mean so messed up.
I'm gonna. Do I have an inspiration?
You can get given inspiration. I know. Sugar,
Someone
you had
wanna-
Sugar, you had 2 sorry, Super rather had 2 inspirations. Who'd you end up giving the other one to?
I didn't get the second one out yet.
You did. No, I said you can pass it on to someone. Like you earned it, but because you already had it, I said just give it to someone else.
Oh,
We can posthumously say it was Torbrick if you want. Or you
yeah,
can
go
just-
for it.
Yeah, sure.
He's,
Okay.
he's my
Torbrick,
captain, my sailor buddy, so probably would have anyway.
sure. You've got some inspiration then.
What are you all doing to my beautiful little person on the, with that nose?
Oh, for fuck's sakes, guys, sort it out.
What is that?
It's Tim.
That's a 15. I mean, I did just stand up from the deck.
I mean, that's what's giving you the bonus. It's so yeah. I think with a 15, he's like, you were. He sort of looks around and he realizes that all of the, all of you guys are standing up and all of his friends are disappearing. He like looks back forth. All right, he's like, you surrender. He drops his sword and he like throws his hands in the air. He's
That's a good lad.
He's still got like a longbow around his back and he's got like daggers in his shorts in his sheath, but his
In
hands
his
are above his
shorts.
head.
Yeah.
In his shorts, sure.
I'm just gonna.
He's got many daggers just stuffed in there.
I'm just gonna basically look to Adrian. Get his weapons off him. Get it. Disarm him. He won't need those.
Perfect.
Is that a dagger, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm not even remotely happy to do this at all. Oh god. Yeah. So we go now. I think pretty much most of you can't do much. I think before the guy gets away, none of you really have a way to stop him from getting away. Zarmus is
Oh,
still
I
down.
Do you?
The guy's
Unlash
getting
the
away.
horses. Hop on
I
and
think I'm
go.
still down, yeah.
Get on the horse. Go.
Unless he's
go.
more than 120 feet away, I can get that fucker.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
He's 100 feet at the moment. Like that's what I said last turn because he's been sprinting non-stop. So this turn, having seen the last of his friends die, he's just going to dash away. So he moves 60 feet to 160, which means he's out of longbow range, thankfully. And that sits him there. So he's running away. Like, is anything you can actually reach? Actually, sorry,
Wait, no, but
you act
can
first,
You can get in
Steinholm.
range because you can move 35, right? So therefore, you could
he
reduce
could,
that 160
yes, you could
to like
continue to chase
125.
it. I'm asking,
Or-
do you guys want to continue to chase him down, or are you letting him go?
It's okay.
Let
Also,
it
I don't
go
know
to
where
tell
he
the
is.
Sorry,
others.
could you have reached him if he's 100 feet away?
Yep.
No,
Guiding bolt?
Stein.
Oh, sorry, no.
No, I can't. I
Oh,
don't think so.
so who
I
was
mean,
it
I
said?
can only move what like 60
Oh,
feet.
Super who said you could reach him if it was
It
100
was
feet,
Super.
yeah?
120. I think.
You do act before he, before... Yeah, it's
We've
called
also
his
got
turn.
2 guys with longbows.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they don't
I'd be
act
able to move.
until the,
Also, one of those guys is unconscious on the floor.
Yeah, they don't act until his turn. He gets to run away before they act, which they can still shoot at him,
Yeah, but if he can run 60, I can move 30
Disadvantage,
and then
but
shoot.
and then shoot at him. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
that's-
know. So, yeah, Magnus, what do you want to do? If you want to shoot at him before he leaves, or do whatever you want to do?
So he's on the left side, isn't he?
No, right. He's
On the right
sprinting
side.
away.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
this gem
little
right at the
Muppet
top of the map.
fucking turnip thing sprinting away.
Yep,
Remy.
I'm casting Guiding Bolt on the fucker.
Okay, there we go. Guiding Bolt, one of the best
but-
spells in the bloody game.
If you can hit.
Remy, before you, wasn't there another guy on the left side that we can
Nope,
reach?
he surrendered and then got his throat cut.
That's a hit.
Oh, that was the guy Steinhaller killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me that
I
roll
think
for
you'd have a
damage.
bigger bonus than that, wouldn't you?
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
This
He
guy,
blows up.
he thinks
He
he's
survives
going
on
to
1
escape.
HP, crawling away.
So as I'm about to as I'm casting it, I just look at the guy that's surrendering and say, "This would have been you."
All right, and then his friend just blows up. Like he's about to like sort of turn and run. He's like just slinging his bow over his shoulder, and then suddenly his bolt strikes him, and he starts to rip apart. One of his arms goes flying off. He just disintegrates. The middle of him, he's split in
Wow.
3 by the time he hits the ground.
The gods have judged him.
Well
And
then,
found him very much wanting.
and found him in pieces. You now have a prisoner, and the combat is over. What would you guys like to do?
So-
As you all gather back around.
Well,
So, Captain,
yes.
should we interrogate this guy now?
Just rubbing my hands together.
Freaking-
Super, I think you'd have a bigger bonus than that, because it's proficiency plus spell
Um,
modifier for a ranged spell attack.
I would ask if anyone noticed who shot his arm, who downed him.
One of the lads over that side.
Well, can I?
We'll say
can
it was
I
that guy that ran
identification?
away.
Yeah, it was the guy that was running away, sure. He's in 3
All right,
pieces.
well then
Hack
I'll
up
go
his-
over there, take out my hand axe, and cleave his head off.
Well,
There's not much left.
you would
of
try
Yeah,
and
he's
do
already
that,
got
but
some
his
head
head
off.
is already sort
Well,
of
I'll
in
make
half.
sure he's decapitated.
He,
well, then
sure, you
Even-
recapitate his
even more in
decapitated
half.
head. You repeatedly decapitate.
I attach it and just knock it off.
Carefully
Just put
stitch it
on
back
Uh,
on.
You
just
play
jump it
T-ball,
on.
and you knock his head off, you go for a home run. Yeah.
Right. So, you said we recognise these guys as being part of the rebel outfit.
Yeah, they're definitely the same guys. They're rangers. They're like, oh,
Oh,
man.
fuck's sakes. We haven't done it again, have we?
I mean, we haven't.
Hey man, they were setting up to attack us, so
They started.
Yeah, they were ambushing us. So I think by now you realise you've made a mistake.
He nods. He's like, ah. You're not going to sacrifice me, are you? Demons?
Sacrifice.
This guy, like,
Sacrifice.
maybe so, like,
I
now
think
you're
we
realizing,
should make
now you're
an
not
example
fighting
of
him.
him.
This guy's almost a teenager. Like, this guy is barely an adult. And maybe that's something, maybe if a few of you are searching the bodies, you notice that it's pretty similar among a lot of them. These guys are fairly young. There's maybe, like, one older dude. Maybe the guy that killed
What are you
Zarmus.
doing, son? What are you?
We have to.
I'm just gonna nod
I thought you were
towards
just, I thought you were
Steinhardt.
just a caravan. I'm sorry.
And that gives you free reign to just attack us?
He's like, they said it's for the cause. It's against Scraven. You don't like Scraven, right? No one does. Do you like Scraven? Are you Scraven thugs? Oh god, you're not with Scraven, are you?
No. We're with our own outfit.
I just pick up behind the cab. Little man, if we were with Scraven, you wouldn't be living.
He goes, no, that's not true. They take prisoners and then torture them. Have you met Scraven?
We have, yes. We've also met your so-called superiors.
And he goes, what? What do you mean? What?
Out of the farmhouse?
He goes, yeah, what about? I mean, no, I don't know about the farmhouse.
I'm just going to give him the most humorless smile possible.
Oh.
I think it would benefit you to just talk.
He's like, but I'm just doing this because they feed me. Come on, man. Just look. I can't stay in Scraven's, so I go with the rebels.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look at Adran's wounds. I'm gonna look at Zama still lying on the floor. I'm gonna look at the holes in my own body. I'm gonna look around and say,
by now. You're fine.
I'm gonna give him a look.
Nice.
And he goes, look, that wasn't the plan. All right, we were just going to take the goods, but they.
Can I have
sorry?
This whole... Everyone's crazy here.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes, you are.
I want to use my minor illusion to show him an image of the goblin camp we slaughtered.
Okay, are you showing him
Christ.
all the bodies? Are you showing him
Yes, a pile of corpses.
what? He's like, what? How are you doing that? He's like, just looking
I
at the
smile
illusion.
and
Doesn't
I
he have to
jump
make a
onto
check
the shoulders
to
of a
see if it's
dwarf.
not real?
That's a very good point. It's a minor illusion, so I think it's just
investigation,
a,
isn't
just
it?
a trip. Little trick.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
pretty sure
I think the
Skyland's
point is-
because he's shitting himself.
The point isn't not to see that it's real, because it's a minor illusion. How powerful is this illusion?
Not very.
Minor illusion,
It's not got
a sound
sounds,
or an image.
things like that.
If you create a voice,
So it's just the image. No smells or anything either.
it's an image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints. Oh, no, okay, so the image cannot create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect, yada yada yada. I'm not
The
sure
image
you
cannot
can,
create light.
I'm not sure you can really use it to create... It's an image of an object, so you can't really do like a TV screen sort of thing.
I mean, the dead
So it's just
bodies,
a pile of
so-
goblin
Pile of
What's
goblin
doing in
corpses
here?
is
Hold
an
on a
object.
bloody second.
You know.
You tards. Hang on, I'm gonna do my customer response.
Alright, 1 sec, I'll be right back. Oh, I'll be like 30 seconds.
True. Nice. Yeah, no, so I don't really think you can create like just an image of what happened. Because it's very much, it just says an object, so... Although it says muddy footprint, no.
Goblin head, that's an object.
That's an object, sure, goblin
Yeah.
head. You can't
If the
create, like,
creature uses action to examine the sound or image, they can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation
I
check.
think maybe the fact that you just create it in front of him, unless, do you want to like make it look real, or do you just want to just show him, hey look, this is a
No,
goblin
I
head?
want to show him. Yeah.
Cool, alright, so he knows
Just-
it's not real, but he can still see it, and he's like,
Yeah.
why are you showing me this?
I smile and I jump onto the shoulders of a dwarf and I pull his hair like in Ratatouille.
There aren't any dwarves nearby.
There's Torbrick. If you want to try that, I'm pretty sure it leads to a shallow
I'm a
grave.
bit too far away. I think I'd seen it coming.
What are you doing? Oh god. Right. So you just go mental then, apparently, and try and jump on a dwarf's shoulders. This guy's like looking, and he's like, "What? What?" He kind of looks to you, Torbrick. He's like, "What is your guy doing?"
I'm just gonna stare at him.
Fearful leader.
Anyone have anything to say to this one?
If he's been, how many other cats has he been robbing? I mean, surely if they've been doing this as a group all day, they should have some decent stuff we could take with us.
And as soon as he says that, he's like, "Whoa! I mean, I have money." He kind of like starts jingling for his coin purse, but we don't keep the goods here. I mean, I don't keep the goods here. And he's like desperately trying to hope, about to kill him or torture him for the information.
And where do you keep the goods? Up at the
Ooh.
farmhouse?
Give me an intimidation check. because he's been told not to say this under threat of death. Yeah, he's a weak kid. He says this. He's like, not the farmhouse. There's the cave further on, but they'll kill me if they know. You can't go there.
I'm gonna kill you anyway. So
He's at that he's gonna try and run as soon as you say that. Like, you guys can make attacks of opportunity, but as soon as you're like, I'm gonna kill you, he's broke. He's making a run for it. Does someone want to try and trip him, knock him out?
Which way is he trying to run?
He's actually. I guess the fog's gone by now, but he's gonna try and run up the road.
I'm going to attempt to just whack him with my staff and knock him out.
All right, give me that roll then. You have advantage. He's
I
just.
could shoot him.
Ooh, I have advantage. Lovely.
Yeah, he's surrounded. You've got bloody. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, you knocked this kid out. He was already. He's down on his knees. He falls down like maybe like he hits the deck and just knocks himself unconscious. What is that grudge face?
Weird.
It's just strange.
Right.
Anyway, so he's now down.
There for a while.
God damn. Is there anything else you guys like to do? Or do you want to continue on with the journey? Jamie sort of emerges out as this.
Well,
She's like,
we need
I
to
look back, remember?
she
we
kinda
need
looks,
to heal Zarmus.
I'm still on the ground.
she looks around. She looks
I mean,
around.
we
She's
can
like,
take a short rest.
well, you're well worth your money,
will
then.
will that heal him?
I'm just
Maybe
going to
short
give her
rest would bring
a
me back
grim
out, yeah.
smile.
On the
Sure.
I'm not sure.
And real quick, everyone. So you can just drop a one. It's called lay on hands. Get her up to life, and then just do a long rest tonight.
Decent.
can I
Yeah,
loot
yeah.
the bodies?
Yes.
Can I-
Bodies have. They have 1 gold, 3 silver, and 10 copper all up on them. It seems they don't keep much on them.
Damn.
But in general, they sort of like they're probably taking the goods back to their camp. You know, they've sort of left them there. They're not intending to go shopping. This is just spare change they've got on them.
Any weaponry we can take with us? Maybe we can fetch a good coin later on.
You would never fetch
I
a
think
good coin
weapons
for a
are
stolen weapon.
not sellable
Um,
condition.
You can.
Can I just collect all their arrows as well?
Yeah, you can. You can
You
certainly
say,
take them.
you say you'd never make coin off stolen stuff, but like,
no,
No, it's
I'm
because
saying,
in
like
the rules,
3 towns
the
over.
weapons they use aren't in a condition that anyone can buy them.
oh, okay.
the point is, you could try and sell them, but that would be an effort thing. You would actually be going out, you'd be taking risks, or you'd be talking to people, you'd be making checks, you'd be trying to
Yeah.
pawn them off. That'd be like a thing you'd have to focus on, and you probably wouldn't.
We'd
get
be
all that
trying to
money.
pawn off, broken swords, dented chainmail. This isn't mint condition
This-
armor. This is armor that has been in a
This
fight.
sword has been
that they've
used
lost.
by many great gladiators.
Many Steve.
Their armor's
It's
got
basically-
holes in it where
It's
we've
the
killed.
difference
Yeah,
between like getting just some gems where you're like, here's gems. Okay, I take them. Versus like you're purposely you have to work to sell this stuff. It's not like you walk into the general
Chainmail,
store.
$20. Good as
Yeah.
new, good as new.
Yeah.
Only used once. One previous owner owned it well, barely used it. Oh,
You can see the whole wearing nine. You know, yeah.
I only want the
Can't
arrows
we
to stack up.
try and fix it?
We have a blacksmith.
You can,
We
but
just
at that point you're
reforge it,
now
take all the-
investing.
Yeah.
You're
Take the
investing in
steel.
like forging.
We can
At this point, we're
reforge
playing what's that shopkeeper game where you basically send the adventurers out, you equip them, and you send their adventures out.
Resident 2?
Yeah,
potato
Racketeer or whatever.
Okay,
or-
isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
we're
it's
still
a
item
potato
shop
thing.
sale.
Yeah, it's basically
I thought it
you
was
play
the
a game.
That's a very anime game. I'm not sure
Regardless.
what you're thinking.
regardless.
Anyway, so you guys grab a little stuff. You get that gold.
Holy potatoes.
So
No.
It's appropriate.
you continue on as the day goes down. Zarmus is now back awake. You guys get a few more rests, and it's about
Just to
5 more
clarify,
days.
I'm adding a short sword.
Yeah, all good. It's about 5 more days until you reach Haven. So let me just scroll down. Okay, cool. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Rightio. So on the way there, you're sort of passing along this trail, heads in. This is sort of
We take a long rest.
what you would call you'll get long rest. You get all your stuff back. Yep. This is what you'd call the main road of the Scorch. It sort of is what connects most of the early towns. You pass through a small town of Verberg, has a small trench and a palisade around it. You don't stay there long. There's no tavern or anything. It's just a little farming village essentially. And then you continue on, and around on the 6th day of travel, you see the walls of Haven rising. Haven, the first thing you notice, sort of like as you're coming down the hill towards it, you can sort of, it's set in this little open, what do you call it? This clearing in the forest they've cleared out. It's this beautiful, very fertile land they've settled haven on, and the walls are high and, most importantly, made of stone. Something that's pretty much unknown for every other town around here.
I'm gonna turn to Jamie and say, "So is the Lord here bonkers as well?"
And she kind of looks at you almost offended, and she goes, "You would be well to respect them. I'm not paying you to insult our lords. They are kind and caring. You'll know when you meet
Good.
them, pirate." She seems like 180. Before she was like, "Yeah, you're the best fighter in the world." She hates that you just disrespected their lords. But yeah, so these walls. Give me a quick. Does anyone have some history or otherwise knowledge?
I have history.
Stonework.
Stonework.
I have
Stonework.
advantage.
If someone has stonework,
I
give me
have
that
2 in
roll.
history.
Any of the dwarves do.
I have history skill.
Sure, give me some history checks and some stonework checks.
Yeah, history checks related to stonework.
It is related
I
to stonework.
get-
This is the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rob,
I know
you're
nothing
not sure
about
what
it.
history is. You've heard it before. It's a very strange idea.
I think dragons built this town.
Yeah. How much can I sell history for? Is it heavy?
Torvik, you can actually roll twice because you've got the advantage.
No, but I mean, I get 4 proficiency.
Oh, it's
for
a
it.
proficiency,
That's why-
not advantage. Right, sorry.
Yeah, I get expertise in it rather than
Of course.
an advantage.
All right, cool. So 15, I think that's plenty. Yeah, you know the walls of Haven. Obviously, it's very strange for anything but a city to have stone walls. But this is a town. It's smaller
Is
than Herda.
Mieli... But is Mieli a dwarf?
No, she just knows history.
Kill.
Cool. Yeah, so you sort of know this, Millie, that these walls they were built by
Right.
the lords of this town. They're basically all praise a god of light, right? They praise the god of light, and these walls are large and they were magically built. So it's sort of like a big effort with the help of dwarves and magic, they built these walls and they sort of trapped the town in. And these are great stone walls, but the problem being that now the town grows up rather than out because it's all very trapped in and penned in by these huge stone walls, but it's actually smaller than Herda. So,
Okay.
yeah, this very secure town lies ahead.
Well, at least I'm feeling confident it's not going to be another Scraven. Thanks to what
You see Scraven emerge. He's wearing a wig and a moustache.
and a crown.
Welcome to my town! Perfect.
One thing I was going to ask: XP.
XP, don't worry, we'll do that at when we're in town because we've got a little tavern rest.
Okay.
So, yeah, you sort of like roll up forwards, and you know that you can be seen coming from a while away. You know, the guards spot you and sort of do a call back through the town. And when you arrive at the gates, there's 3 people waiting for you: a dwarf, a human in like full plate armor. The dwarf is in armor as well, and then a elven lady who's in basically a long sort of flowing robe. They all look like they're very much adorned in religious gear. So you know they've got like their sigils and their little bits and pieces of the gods of light.
So, question.
Remy, before we enter the town, can I just ask Jamie, like, what's the policy on slavery in here? Because last time we had a bit of a ruckus.
She spits on the ground. She goes, "Ugh, slavers, scum, illegal. This is the true bastion of the old world."
Neo, I reply.
All
Right,
right.
so have we managed to heal this crippled traveller?
Yeah, at this point she's pretty much healed over the journey. You've patched her back together.
You can take a man's life, but the worst thing you can do is to take his personal freedom.
Oh, I, Abe Lincoln, Torvik.
40 years ago.
Just break into town and start a speech. Who is this man? Yeah, he's a pirate. Right. So, sorry. Yeah, you want the girl's healed up? Yeah. Is there anything else, or are you just looking after her?
I'm just like chatting to them, making sure they're all still okay.
Yeah, of course. She's
sure
this
they
little
feel
girl. She's very,
comfortable.
not little, but she's probably like 16, maybe 15, little bit on the younger side. She's
Oh,
very
legal.
What?
I ain't that sort of chaplain, alright?
I'm more talking about her
you're a
age.
chaplain. It's little
Calm
boys you
down.
go after, right?
Jesus. Now, in that case, you'd be going up to Glorfinkel.
I mean, she'll be very appreciative of our work, won't she? Hmm?
Jeez.
She's 15.
You guys are setting up a fucking paedophile
Creepy
ring.
fuck.
What?
Jesus Christ.
It's lonely on the road.
Wow.
You're a paladin, aren't you?
I would like to start
Exactly.
organising a paedophile ring. This town has
Was a
paedophile
paladin.
ring to
I'm a paladin, not a priest.
He's organising.
He's
yeah,
He's
you're gonna
organising a
fuck you over
paedophile
now.
ring.
Right, let's continue on from there. So, you approach the walls, and these three sort of very regal-looking people in front of you, they look like they're wearing armor. They look almost, heroes of a legend. They look like the people you'd hear described in a story as you approach, and they sort of...
They look like they're level 20.
No, they don't look like that, sadly. Because they would be glowing and fucking demons at that point. Because by the level 20, you're just ridiculous. But they look strong.
Yeah, you're pretty nuts.
Yeah, so they sort of approach, and maybe the large paladin, he raises his hand and goes, "Heil! How are you doing?"
Ahoy there! I'm at the point. Because I
Sure.
would be.
Yeah,
Ahoy there, landlubber!
he kind of like smiles and he grins. "I've never known a pirate around here." And he kind of holds out his hand. "The name's Varor."
I'm gonna leap down. Tarbricht Grimgar. Clap his hand.
That was very nicely done. Yeah, he smiles and grins. And he goes...
Just say, can you make him do an athletics check, see if when he leaps down he falls flat on his face?
Yes.
No, neither of you fall.
Oh,
What was the name again?
It was Varor. And he kind of like looks back, and as soon as he spots Jamie, he goes, "Ah, Jamie!" And kind of stops from him and goes, You look tired, Jamie. Are you alright?" Her wound sort of healed over time. You've looked after her as well. And she goes, "Yes, we've paid these men for transport." And he kind of looks back and goes, "Well, I suppose I'll have to thank you then." And he kind of he like points back. "These are the lords of the town. We three run this. Come, you must share a drink with us in the tavern."
Before we go in, Torbrecht, did we get the other half of the money?
Tobrick's heard drink and he's
No, we haven't
trolling
gone
after
bit
them,
yet.
polite, making polite conversation, ribald jokes, that sort of thing.
The
As
dwarf
the
on the ground.
quartermaster, I feel like I should.
Yeah, the quartermaster
handle
should
that.
take that.
Sure.
I'll
Maybe
handle
maybe
that.
Jamie leans over and she hands you the money and she says, "Right, there you go." And she looks to the guards and she goes, "Alexandra, I'm sorry I can't afford you again. You'll have to stay here or catch a ride with another caravan. And Millet, I thank you for your service, but again, I don't think I'll be running caravans for a while. Well, I can't afford to pay you anyway."
It was a pleasure to work with you.
And she smiles. Maybe she nods and goes, "I'm just glad you were there to save me a few times at least. Well worth your money." Alright.
Have we left off towards the tavern, or are we all still stood there?
Yes, you're obviously heading off towards the tavern. Maybe the dwarf on the ground, he stands up and he goes, "Ah, welcome. You like the walls then?" He kind of sees
Well
you at the
met.
dwarf as well.
Fellow deep dweller.
And he kind of grins.
just as we're leaving, I go up to Jamie and give her 2 gold, just to say, I can't accept all of it. You need some for yourself.
She kind of looks down and she goes, "It'll be very hard to give this back, won't it? You're not going to accept this, are you?"
Not in the slightest, my dear.
She groans and she's like, "Fine, then give me... Who should I meant to pray to in exchange for this, then?"
4.
She kind of smiles. Thor, is it? Is that the signs you're wearing?
You can pray to whichever god you wish, my dear. They will all hear your calls, and they will all bless you nonetheless.
She grins and smiles. She's like, "Well then, I'll pray to... What's the drinking god?" And she kind of laughs to herself as she walks off towards the tavern. There we go. So that's her. She
My
disappears.
captain's pretty much a very good drinking god. You should pray to him.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the dwarf starts launching into this big thing. Cause he basically talks to Torbrick. He tries and rolls in sugar and it's called super as well. He tries to grab you guys and he's like, "Look at the walls. It took us days to build this, but it was magic." And we're saying kind of just launching this big explanation.
not a dwarf.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right, you're a human. I'm sorry, I always look at your character and he looks like a dwarf, and it always confuses me, and I remember you as a dwarf for some reason. Right. In that case, Sugar and what's it called? And Torbrick. How did I blank on that? Yeah, you guys just basically get this long spiel about the walls, and meanwhile the elven cleric goes, "Please, no."
I'm going to launch back into it with him. Well, I'm going to gesture towards the ship and go, "Oh, you see that? That used to be part of the dreaded. What did I call the ship? Dreaded slaughtered dwarf.
The slaughtered
built
dwarf.
by magic." Dark magic. Sailed aboard it for many a year until it sank, but we dredged up what was left, and now I sail it around the land.
And he tells everybody at every
Grav's
opportunity.
Grav's like, "Oh, you dark magic, you bad luck. No, this was nothing but the light." And he kind of shows his symbol, and then
That's all right. The dark magic was all drowned out by the sea. Cleanses all.
the elven cleric leans forward and goes, "Grav, please, you don't need to regale everyone with a story." And he sort of leans back and goes, "Drade, shut that! It is my wall, and I shall tell people about it."
I was about to say, I imagine this guy looks offended at that.
He looks so offended. He's like, the wall, it's so reinforced. They can't tunnel under it. There's these badgers. Ugh. And he kind of goes into this talk about how badgers don't always tunneled under the walls until he fixed it. Yeah. So you get that all the way to the tavern, and Varor.
I'm going to whisper to
talk to him,
the elven cleric and just in Elvish just say dwarves.
She looks back and talks
I
to you
don't
in
want
Elven.
to do that.
She goes, "Yeah, dwarves. Do you know how long he kept this up for? We keep a nightly prayer vigil, of course, for the light, and he managed to talk to every single person that came in to pray. Every single person. You can ask anyone in this town, they know about the wall." And she kind of sighs. She goes, "But he is a kind man at heart. Just annoying." She kind of smiles. I am Drave. Your name?"
What's the dwarf's name? I didn't get it.
Grav.
Grav. What is he, just like a warrior?
He seems to be some sort of warrior. He's more of a tinkerer than a warrior, but he's clearly a very good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's just going on and on and on about the wall. You guys head off to the tavern for a night of carousing and drinking. So, let me describe to you what Haven is.
Ooh.
If I don't loot a longsword, I'll be buying one soon. True. Okay,
We've got
so
gold.
as you sort of walk in through the doors, the first thing you notice is that you're enclosed, right? Sort of the roof above you. It's not really a roof. It's just a bunch of overcrossing bridges and walkways and stuff as the town grows up and up and up. It gets taller and taller. It seems that every building has, maybe the smallest building has 3 stories at most. Sorry, at least.
So it's like more of a spire than a town.
Yeah, it's starting to grow up. But the thing is, the walls, they're tall. They're sort of entrapping them in, but they're not exactly... The walls are tall, but they're not wide. So everyone's grown up. They're just built on top of old houses to keep going up and up and up, right? And sort of the first thing you noticed, you thought, oh, maybe this town will be dark and dank, horrible, all enclosed, but it is bright. Every single corner is lit. You do not see a shadow anywhere. As you walk in the door, Varor waves you through to the little guy who's like the customs officer of sort. The guy who just looks after the gate, and he goes, Varor, hang on here. And he murmurs to himself for a moment, and then a little light floats out in front of him, and he murmurs again, and another light floats, and these little sort of floating orbs of light almost float towards each of you. And he says, "There, you can you can carry it, And the Varor is like, "Please, James, you do not need to do this for everything." But it's they'll like it. They'll remember it about our town. This guy seems like really enthused about his idea. So you guys all have these little orbs.
I wish
light.
I had the light cantrip at this point. But I don't.
Maybe Varor does. Maybe his shield is constantly glowing at this point.
Does it follow you if you don't touch it? Like, if you just don't hold it or anything, just follow you.
I'm going to take it and just sort of slot it into my staff.
Yeah. He says, yeah, you can like throw it, or you can just have it follow you. It means it'll be light anywhere.
I'll just let it follow. I don't want to. I prefer not.
Yeah. They're not exactly bright. They're just little like flashlights, basically. Or not even flashlights. They're little lamps that are sort of following you. And he's like, now you'll never be in darkness. Yeah, praise the light. And Varor's like, please, James, there are more that require your attention. And he sort of directs him to Alexander.
I'll slot it in the staff all the same. Keep it in a little bag when I'm not using it.
Does that?
I would like to. I turn towards the Grav, the dwarf, and I say, it's a bit bright, isn't it?
And he goes, what do you mean it's a bit bright? We praise the light here. Look. And he sort of points to the lamps, and you see the lamps are a combination of lit lamps, like candles, oil, that sort of thing. And he's like, I actually have the oil ones running myself. I just press one switch and light. And then he points over and those are the works of Drade. And it looks like sort of giant balls of light, like miniature suns trapped in a cage. And she goes,
Wow.
they burn for an age and a half, she says. I don't believe her. I think she replaces them. She's lying, but... And then Drake goes, please, it is the gods that grant them. They can last for as long as... I don't believe it. Anyway.
Don't believe in the power of the gods?
No, he goes, don't you say that. I just believe things are restricted in some way. I'm an engineer. You know, I build things. I build them so, you know, they can be repaired and replaced. And she claims I will never have to get those cages open, so she shut them closed, and now I can't open the cages. And he goes on this rant about how you can't repair the lamps. And he's really
I lead
quite
away
annoyed.
from the townsfolk. These people are just as crazy as Scraven, just in their own way.
I would
At least
like
they
to.
won't try and cheat us.
I would like to take this Grav guy and have a beer with him. Sure.
Yeah, so
As
you
far as
all
they're
have
leading
it.
us to have a beer.
Yeah, they're leading you, and like maybe
Yeah,
the first thing you'll notice is like these guys look very lordly and noble, but everyone in the town seems to know them. You know, they're like, "Hey, Varor," he goes, "Hello, my son," you know, so on and so forth. And you walk into the tavern, and the tavern keeper's, "Varor brought more travellers in, gonna swindle them of their money too." And he sort of like jokes. He goes, "You know, there's no gambling here. Come on, sit. Let's have a drink."
Oh, I get what it is. They're the purest types.
The gate when we enter the town, did the town gates close, or was it just like
Yeah,
open
they close because there's a general safety rule, but it's
Yeah,
not like
fair-
they've
fair
locked.
enough.
It's like to stop the monsters. Yeah, so you guys drink the night away. Is there anything you guys specifically like to do, or you just want to sort of hang out with the lords of this town? Like a couple
Actually,
of
the thing is,
is that month?
You mean City Secrets? That's your
So I
thing for
want
having
to
an
ask-
urchin background, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what does that mean again?
I believe. Oh, let me find it real quick. Urchin background.
I have it.
Perhaps that's your rage has it. What does it mean?
Oh, I also have the urchin.
Okay, you know secret passages
Look
and
at this
flow to
space.
cities and can find passages through urban sprawls that others would miss. When not in combat, you and other companions can travel between any two locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow. That's really cool.
Oh, the back roads is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, as my not fighting thing, I would like to talk. I'm talking to Grav, and I say a prayer to my deity.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Who is?
Who's your deity?
It is Muaman Duathal. He is the dwarven god of travelers.
Yeah, he nods and smiles. He says the prayer along with you. He knows it off by heart. And he goes, yeah, yes. A good god. He often need her around here. These roads, too dangerous. And he kind of looked back at his drink.
And then hearing that, I'm gonna sort of, we were beset on by raiders of a kind. Jamie, I'll tell you all about it.
Maybe
Terrible
Jamie's over
business.
the bar as well. And she walks over at that point and goes, I heard my name.
Thought she said
Can
she
I
was
join
gonna
you?
be. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
She
I was
smiles.
just mentioning about the raiders over on the road.
She smiles
Terrible
and,
business,
and
that.
sits down. She goes, yes. Arseholes. And it's sort of like, as she takes a drink, something you notice is her drink's glowing. It's sort of like what they've done is to put a rock in the bottom with light on it. And that glows and puts basically a glow through her beer. So it's sort of like her mug's like a flashlight she's drinking.
oh,
out of.
that can't be healthy.
Well, she goes, it's light. What about it is not healthy? And Grav goes, yes, very good. Essential for a diet, light. And maybe upstairs, you hear some carousing and all that stuff. Well, there'll be more dancing and drinking later, but Varor
Yeah.
nods. And he's like, right, I believe I have something to tell you. What is it? Jamie, and Jamie nods. She says, yes, the ogres and them. She goes, right, yes, you guys look, he laughs around and goes, you look like we used to look. Rough, ready for adventure as it may be. Are you up for hire?
That would depend on the job and on the pay.
She gestures
Here
to
we go
Jamie.
again.
And she says, he says rather, well, we need those ogres gone. The goblins, too. Well, it seems from Jamie's description they were a bit of a slave pack of goblins, so... Yeah, if I know anything from my days, and he sort of leans back, and I know a lot. There'll be...
Can I do a
ogres-
perception test to see if anyone's sleeping and listening in, just like in the last tavern? Not because I think there are
Yes,
any,
you
but
can.
before Toby starts killing one of them.
Yeah, give me a quick roll. Anyway, yeah, so it's like, you know... oh, yeah, you don't notice anything. Looks like a pretty normal bar. And he goes, well, we need those ogres gone now. Trade routes cannot be safe with them. But she said, He kind of leans in, like, he doesn't care that this table isn't hearing it. He cares that other tables, maybe like the citizens, are hearing it. He leans in and goes, she said the scorch was spreading, or at least appearing. So, He sort of leans back.
When you say the scorch is appearing, are those these
sooty
I lower my
areas,
voice.
yeah.
The sooty areas.
Scorched areas, yeah.
Yeah, he nods. Goes,
I don't know if we can take ogres. They're pretty tough.
Actually, I need something... Can someone make you a quick nature check?
What? Nature? I think it's
Yeah.
druid.
Nature.
No,
Ranger and druid. Oh, we don't have a druid.
Rob
Ranger,
Bunkin. You have good nature, don't you? Oh no, it's religion.
Don't be me because I managed one. So
Zarmus.
Yeah, I can give it if it's not great.
Yeah, sure enough. You know this description. The way she's describing ogres, this is way too short for ogres.
Alright.
Bugbears, maybe. Or a little very different.
Hey, Steinholler, maybe
Well,
it'll be your
do
parents.
you say that to her?
I just like mumble it, but not like honestly. It's more like thinking aloud.
Like, oh, that's a small for an ogre sort of thing. You're small for a stormtrooper. Yeah.
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 Aren't you a little short
she looks
for a
up and goes, no,
stormtrooper?
they were huge. And she's like, they were... She kind of holds her arm. Okay, maybe only that tall, but they broke half my guards. The Pharaoh's like, calm down. Sit. Drink more. And he's like relaxing, and he's like, look, we must look after the town. So if we can pay you and you look after the threat as it may be, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. I'm sure old Bill, and he's like, Bill, you got a room. And Bill's like, is it free
A room,
again?
there's 12 of us.
And he goes, he goes, yeah, I've got one. And he's like, all right, you can stay on the 5th story then.
Can I investigate the matter more often? Like, did any of you seen the ogres actually, or do you have allies?
Miss Jamie has seen the ogres
Jamie
as
has-
well
I've
as
seen them.
you. I was
They-
saying.
and she
I was
kinda
about to say,
gestures-
wouldn't Flaris have seen the ogres?
Yeah, he would have.
Oh,
I think.
very good point, Flaris. Yes. Are you? Oh, what are you? You're a sorcerer, so maybe you don't know the difference. Give me a nature check. If
What's your background? It's noble,
a
isn't
noble, so
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't think you'd know it instinctively. You're gonna have to roll pretty high on nature check.
I mean,
to
if
have,
you
like,
were like a wanderer, you'd probably know.
it? Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
You think
you
those
don't
are
know
ogres.
shit.
These are terrifying. Your dad used to tell you stories of how these ogres would come and eat elves, and they looked like giant and ugly. They were definitely ogres.
He was an ogre, I promise.
Yeah, so this sort of continues on, and Varro's like, look, 5th story, we'll pay you well. We have gifts of the light to give you as well. I'm sure you'll be well rewarded, but we must look after the town. And he kind of laughs. Our adventuring days are well past, aren't they, Drade? And she giggles to herself, goes, I believe I live for 100 or so more years than you so far, so I'm still up for a few adventures, but the town needs my healing abilities.
Wow, rude.
It grabs like, I don't want to leave my walls, you know?
Did they have any scarred up knees?
So what'd you say?
I lean down to Torbreath. So I assume we're taking the job.
We'll have to have a talk about it. I'm not entirely sure. Ogres are one thing. Well, as you said, Zarma.
Yeah, maybe
It doesn't sound like
he's
ogres.
Look, as long as you think it over, you may stay here. 5th story, all yours. And Bill's like, that's losing me revenue. He's like, shut up, Bill.
We'll have an answer for you by the days out.
And he smiles. He's like, well then, I bid you good night. I must get back to the town. And he kind of stops from him and goes, I suppose I should explain. Lights, of course, you shall keep everything bright. Very little darkness in this place, you'll understand. Be careful on the upper levels. I've had too many people fall to a lower level and break a leg or neck. And Drade is like, I've told you we should have barriers. And she's like, shut. We will talk about it later.
Can I ask more about the slides? Why do you want to keep everything illuminated?
He goes, because it's the light, and otherwise the city would be plunged into darkness, so we simply cannot have it. And he kind of smiles, and he goes, apart from that, no gambling, no whoring.
So what's the logistics of having 12 people in one room? How is the building going to hold up with, like...
He said fifth
Big
story.
room.
1,800, like, it's so...
He said fifth story.
Yeah, that high
You'll
up,
see,
like,
don't worry.
jeez.
So I'm about to say, we've probably got the whole fucking... It's like a...
But well, the reason I asked
down,
about
but I'll wait.
the gates earlier is that I wanted to sort of patrol around the town.
Yeah.
But if the gates are closed, I can't necessarily easily get out.
Also, by the way, you guys have your baggage wagon is like pulled inside the gate, like it's just sort of inside in the sort of like stable area they have, because you don't want to leave something outside overnight. That's a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like pulled in. Nice
I'm going to make sure there's a copper in the stable boy's pocket so he doesn't rob us.
Good.
I can sleep on the wagon.
I know how this sort of shit works.
Well, we don't have elves. Aren't they just going to stay up?
No, elves have
Yeah,
still
Vara's
trance.
best.
Oh, they trance, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll give the stable
yes,
boy
just
3
for
copper
cause.
pieces. I'll just, while we're doing it, I'll just palm him 3 copper pieces and go.
They can
Sure.
they can
Better
trance
hear
in the wagon though, like they can hear stuff, right?
True, but you can also
They're
it's
in
gonna be
trance.
shitty and uncomfortable. You can anyway.
Or I
let's-
can
let
bribe
me
the
finish up
stable
scene
boy.
real quick,
That's how stuff works. In
yeah.
town.
So Vara's
Thumb the
like
stable boy a few coins and he'll, not tell the thieves to rob you.
the Vara's smiles. He's like,
Is
yeah, so
that
he's
Baron
like-
guy, sort of the leader, is he at the table?
Yeah, he's getting up to leave now. He's explained,
Yeah.
he hopes to answer tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't have to be before you leave, but I can just talk to him briefly.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Baron, if I could leave the town just briefly, I can scout around the city, see if any of these
He
creatures
shakes his head
have.
immediately. He says, "No, no, 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 no." And Drade as well that stands behind him and goes, "No, no, no,
Trust
no,
me,
my child,
I've
but
been alone on the
please."
road for a long time.
And they go,
I don't know if it's about myself, but I just want to check if
Ver-
any of these creatures have
Yeah.
tried to scout the town.
Vara looks at you and he's like, "Look, we will never hold you here. We will never hold you in our town, unless, of course, you thieve." And he kind of looks back at Torbrick, gamble, whore, like I said. And Drade looks at him. Stop calling it.
Now I have a
whoring.
thing for
That's
being a pirate. I
disgusting."
can get away with minor crimes.
You could,
Literally,
indeed,
it's a mechanic.
but that's a different way of. I'll show you how you'd handle that, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah,
Badly.
Anyway, he looks back and goes, "I will never hold you here, but I will advise you not to leave. It's too dangerous."
Yeah. Except I'm simply asking if I were to leave the town, is there a curfew or is there a time where the gates are simply not opened?
He grimaces. He goes, "It is dangerous to open the gates, but we will never leave someone on the outside. But I should realize, I hope you realize you'll be endangering everyone if you leave. If we have to open the gates again and a monster slips in." Dryad looks at you and goes, "Look, you just accept our hospitality for the night, please."
I'm not comfortable with it, but yeah. I don't say I'm not comfortable, but
Yeah, Varor grins and he's
Okay.
like, thank you, look. In kind of raves over, "Bill, send them some food." "Oh, you're sending them food now too? What else do you want me to send them?" And he's like, "Just Bill, I'll pay for it."
One man, a woman.
I'll go to the counter and I put a gold on the counter.
Oh,
the
Bill
food.
immediately
You
shuts
have
up. He's
gold
like,
on you?
I have 9 gold pieces.
Alright,
I say we've all got some gold on us.
Hmm.
Petty cash.
yeah, Bill smiles and he's like, "Thank you." And Varar's like, "No, come on, Grav." And Grav's at this point like,
Can't deny a man his livelihood, Veronica.
Varar's like, "I would have paid him for you. Don't worry." Oh. Anyway, come on, Grav. And he sort of like grabs him and starts to drag him away from the drink. He's like, but I just want to tell them more about the wall. As he fades to the door.
Another time. There'll be plenty of time, my
Yeah, so the stable boy's well paid, and you sort of end up heading up. Maybe whoever heads up
what's
I'm going to
first.
sit at the table and go, let's
Is it
talk
really
this
late
over.
night?
Cool. Maybe maybe someone drops their stuff at the room. The idea of the room is that that's the 5th story. It's basically like a huge barracks of sort. There's a balcony door that leads out onto a higher level. There's a bridge leading across. Maybe it's the general store across the road. There's a bridge leading across to some stores. There's some bridge leading down. There's a ladder as well. But this sort of 5th story. It's all this one big barrack for you. There's definitely way too much room for you. Honestly, you could probably fit like 20 people in here, pretty comfortably. But yeah, it's pretty much this whole sort of barracks thing for travelers to stay in.
So what time of day is it?
Sorry?
What time is it?
by the time you get in, it's getting late. And actually, that's something hard to tell. It's really hard to tell that it's night because it's so bright here. Unless you're on the top level and you're looking at the night sky, it's kind of hard to see.
Well, we're not feeling. Well, I mean, if it was too late, we'd feel weary. Like we'd want to sleep.
True. It's not like. Stop that. Stop that. Whoever's doing that. Right. It's not.
If you want to. Sorry, if you want to investigate for city secrets, just ask somebody in character.
Yeah.
Well, no. What I'm thinking is I need to find a longsword.
True. You can go
the general
shopping,
store's off
but
there. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking what time of day it is.
That'd be a blacksmith rather, probably. But
Yeah, but I need money, so I need our quartermaster to come with me.
True. More
I
importantly,
can just give you some.
I suppose how much is it? Like longsword's in like in gold, isn't it?
Well, according to the item sheet, it says like 15 is the average.
longsword is 15 GP.
No, he's got more than that.
Yeah.
We can afford that.
Anyway, so like I was saying, just real quick, the town, it's not like there's a roof. It's not like a roof above you when you walk out in the street. It's just there's so many bridges and overhangs that it looks like a sort of. It's like a canopy of buildings. So the further you go up, the more space you'll see until the top level there's nothing above you. So, you've got your little balls of light surrounding you. Do you guys want to head off? I mean, the blacksmith is probably closed by now. It's late at night, unless you want to wake him up. Damn it, Munt! Alright, I'm booting Munt.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Let's have a
Munt isn't
quick
even
chat
here,
first
you
about...
cunt. Who is controlling Munt?
Apparently Flares is having him self-controlled too.
Flores. Someone's controlling Munt.
I'm not doing that.
I think it's a setting because you can sort of choose to be other people in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
But there's only so many I can select.
Quite
I can
weird.
select Munt, Flares, Alex, myself, and Jord.
Yeah, you got to make a Flares thing controllable.
It's like
anyway.
it's a private thing. Kind of like how you can check.
Get rid of Munt and Jord's and Alex's characters.
Yeah, I have to go back to the main menu to do that though, so I'll do that after this session.
Alright.
Cool. So yeah, you guys, do you want to sort of discuss it now, or do you want to sleep on it and decide in the morning? What?
I mean, I said I'd have him an answer before the day's end. I'm not a liar.
I've gone up to the room and I'm basically just chilling out on the balcony, enjoying the breeze.
Yeah.
So I'll probably only talk about
maybe
it with the Rangers because
that's
they're the
something
ones who
you-
know.
That's something you notice as well as you're sort of sitting out on the balcony. You see a bunch of people walk out, a few of the drunks from the tavern, and also just a few kids. And they start tossing padded balls, like just balls of cloth at each other. And, they grab it and like, all right, ready, go! And they all start ducking down between the barriers and the rail. Like, there's some light sort of handholds and stuff. And they're all standing on the bridges of different levels. So, like one's on the second level, one's on the third. And they seem to be sort of split into two teams. And they're throwing these balls at each other, diving out of the way. One occasionally gets hit and everyone laughs at him. And whenever someone gets hit, they go down to the street level and they catch any balls that fall and they toss them back up. It's just seen this sort of like...
Playing with the balls.
Yeah.
What, 5 stories up?
What? Yeah.
They toss them 5 stories up?
No. Like
That's quite a throw.
No. So like
you're watching it happen.
They're on different levels, right?
50 feet's reasonable.
Someone is on the 5th level. Someone is like throwing down at the 4th. Someone's throwing back up at them, that sort of thing. And they're running between levels. So someone would like run down to the 4th level to grab a ball, then they'll run back up to try and get a better shot. It's like a it's like a version of bridge dodgeball. And whoever gets sent out has to go sit at the bottom, and everyone laughs at them as they have to toss the balls back up, and they slowly work their way back up to the top. Maybe
That's what I'm
that's the
saying.
thing.
Tossing the balls back up.
No.
They're tossing it back up to the 4th.
They're not. They're tossing up like the first or
Tossing
second.
to the first and second.
Yeah,
Alright.
because then maybe that's like the strategy. If you'd ask someone, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you have to stay real low because you can't get a quick reload otherwise. But if you go up high, you get a better shot." And like maybe someone's like discussing the game next to them. That it seems to their entertainment. And yeah, a few of them
I'd
have.
probably be talking to the Rangers.
Bridge ball.
Yeah.
Diamond and Zarmus, isn't it?
Yeah, we're the Rangers.
The
Yeah.
ogres.
Yeah, and
You were
actually,
mentioning Zarmus. They don't sound like ogres.
Well, they could be short ogres, I suppose, but most of the time they didn't. I don't know if they set like a specific sort of height, but
she
most
was
of the time
describing them
they'd
like
be bigger.
bigger than orcs. She's like, "Oh, they were almost as big as and she'd point to Steinhall. Always bigger than him, a little bit taller, but they were ogres,
That could sound like a bugbear in terms of
Half
size.
ogre, maybe?
Did they say how many there were when they came?
No,
Half ogres exist.
She
but
said
they're
ogres,
pretty rare.
but she's never mentioned a number.
Well, that's probably an important thing to mention.
Oh, by the way, are we full health now?
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah, we've
full
rested.
HP. Yeah, rested. Cool.
One thing is, we never invited Meali into the company.
Well,
That's
she's
very
been
cool.
hanging around.
She's been
sort
sort of
like
chilling.
a freelancer.
But
I guess
we'll
she was
just
at the
sort of-
bar with what's called with Jamie. Yeah, she was at the bar with Jamie. So
Jamie.
there you go. You can invite her in. Since she's
Yeah,
knowledgeable
sure.
of the area, she knows where the attack went down.
Yeah. We'll say we'll bring him with her. Yeah. Yeah.
Can
we'll
I?
I'll talk to Mealy about it. That's what I'll be doing. So I'll bring
Can
her
I
in with the
run a-
Rangers as well. We talk about these this attack.
I'm
if we're
gonna
deal with
hang out
monsters.
too because I'm the combat dude, so like probably important I'm there too.
I think you're also the
I'm
training.
the one that stands up front and soaks most of the damage.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're also thick as mince.
Yeah, you also
You don't really talk much.
Steinhauer is also the trainer,
Well, I don't
so
talk
maybe.
much, but I.
Thick as mince. I like it.
What do you
That's a
mean? I'm
great
like 9.
wording,
I'm
holy
like
shit.
slightly
Thick as
below
mince.
average. If I was like 4, then I'd be like, oh yeah, duh, you'd walk
If
up
you were a
and hit
4, skeletons have an intelligence of 4.
things. Exactly, walk up and hit things.
Oh.
Like, you know.
4 is pretty
But
dumb.
it's
Reanimated
but it's 9, it's not that
corpses.
I'm not sure if 4 can open a door.
bad. 4 door. 4
I
door.
remember in D&D, was it 2nd, that had the open door skill? That was a skill. You had to
I
be
think you're
trained
less
with it.
intelligent than Devon. You can't like.
But what I'm saying is, I
comprehend-
wouldn't.
You can't read and write.
I'm not an idiot at 9 at intelligence. I'm
No, you're
like
not.
slightly below average. And plus, this is like combat. If I'm a trainer, then I
You're
should have.
slightly below.
say
You're slightly
7.
stupider than a peasant.
Hey, he's smarter than me.
There you go.
You're significantly stupider than a peasant.
I got
I'm only a
14.
7.
I'm as
I've got
stupid as a
14. I'm
peasant.
Well,
I'm
there you
a
go.
fucking
Then why are you?
university
Oh wow.
ish.
I almost
Mm.
can't open the fucking door.
But if they're shorter than ogres and bigger than orcs, could be bugbears, but it's hard to tell without tracks or any sort of.
I mean, we've got
Accurate
flares, so we can ask numbers.
Yeah,
So-
true.
I know.
These
Regardless,
ogres. Do you
I'll
know
stick
how?
around.
Do you remember how many there were?
Flares, all you really remember, it's sort of like a very shocking thing, you know, it's a pretty awful memory. You remember a small swarm of goblins, you managed to fight most of them off, you thought, oh, just some goblins, you know, we'll deal with them quick. And then you saw 2 just emerge of these huge ogres, just emerge from the trees, and they killed 2 people instantly, they made, like, one of them picked them up, just ripped the head off a guy. Yeah, they were pretty scary. You know at least 2.
At least 2. I
Hey,
mean, if
how
they
did you-
were,
how did
if
you
we
know
were
that?
sure they were ogres, I would say no, because 2 ogres is too much. But we don't know for certain.
If I could see the ambush site and see the tracks, maybe, but we don't have that.
That's what I would
Don't
recommend.
forget that was a number of days ago as well, so
True.
be cleared.
I mean, I'm pretty sure something that big would
Flares
leave a,
fails his
a
death save.
sizable dent in the
But-
forest, right? You'd see brush out of the way, even if it was a couple days ago. Something that huge.
Yeah,
Branches
the
would knock
ogres
down,
would leave
so-
tracks that you'd be able to.
We'd be able to see where they are and like judge from a distance.
But it was a couple of days ago.
There
Now,
ain't no branches
by the
grew
time
back.
we get there, it'll have been a week or 2 ago.
It's at least 5+ days ago because it was 5. We've been traveling for 5 days.
True.
Traveling alone, I might make it there faster, but yeah, that's not necessarily a good idea though.
Wait,
I
could I
think
recall? I'm a wonder. Could I recall the region? Like, cause would we have passed it?
Where the ogres were?
It got ambushed.
Yeah, Bialy, well, can you just describe the area for us? Just like where
Like,
it is on the map.
What I'm saying is, all right. So we came from Scravens and we went to another place, right?
Yeah.
And then we went back to that other place that she was coming to Scravens from. So therefore, we would have passed the ambush site, right?
No, you've not.
No.
She came on like a round
Oh, okay.
trip. She basically she
Okay.
came from the south and came up
The
north.
other direction. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you'd be heading. It's not like it's sort of it wasn't directly north, but she basically came from the south. You haven't been in the direction the ambush was.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. I was just wondering if I would be able to recall the area.
No.
no. I think we probably accept the contract.
All right. So you decide on that. He's waiting for your response next morning anyway. You're not really sure where he is right now. You could probably go find Jamie and ask if you wanted. But as you guys retire for the night, I think we'll. Yeah. Okay. I know how we'll end this. You sort of retire for the night, and there's lovely. Sort of as the night goes on, you guys, it's really bright. But as the actual night starts, maybe who was on the balcony? Sorry.
That was me.
Yeah.
Godfrey.
Maybe as you're watching the lights, the actual the daylight set, night start to begin. all the lights and the lamps of the city start to glow different colors, you know, greens, blues, all very bright, nothing really dark, you know, maybe occasionally a bright red, maybe, as this sort of like almost festive feel sets over the city, and that's maybe what a few of the people watching the sport start to crack out. They bring out these little light sticks. They seem to press buttons on the end, like a sort of switch almost, and these sticks glow different colors. And they basically light up the arena. They're tossing them around the floor so that everything's nice and bright still, even though it's getting dark.
It's a rave.
It's a rave of sorts. And yeah, they're all having a party, and sort of, you know, the night passes. You guys get that. I'll do XP once we finish this, but let me just roll something real quick.
Do we get stabbed in the night?
Yeah, he's rolling to see
Yeah.
if they
Yeah,
don't
don't
wake
worry.
us up when they slit our throats.
It's we want to see if I get hit by a fucking ball in the face.
He's rolling to see if I paid the stable hand enough.
Oh boy.
I don't think
I paid him like 5 copper.
So, as you guys wake up, you know, you're all stretching, you step out on the balcony, it's still bright, it's just weird, and also your room was bright the whole night. You know, everything's lovely and it's all good. And you step out, you're stretching, maybe it's Torbrick you see this because it's most relevant to you. You sort of step out the front of the balcony, you're groaning or whatever, maybe finishing off your breakfast with a bit of beer, and you look out towards the gate of the town, and you can just see a smoke plume rising from the gate. You can't see it directly, but there's something's burning. And that's where we'll leave it for now.